Hello, my Disney fans and family. This is Vicky with Vicky's Tigger Tales, and I today have for you a really fun and very different tag. So typically the tags that I've done are like a pin tag or answer these questions for like per the season or whatever the case may be. This one is called I Adore Jim Shore, which I absolutely do, and most of us in the Disney community do. And it is a tag with 5 different prompts to show a Jim Shore within this prompted category. So this was co-created by Disney Mertz and by BroadwayDisneyFan, Nicholas and David. And they came up with some really cool questions, a little, very much different than what I had expected. What I was expecting, of course, I think what everyone probably was expecting was a little more on the side of what's your grail, what's your favorite. These I had to really, I really appreciate them because it was a challenge and it was really something that I had to think about. And then having also watched some of the videos, I'm like, oh, that's the one I would have chosen, and I had. So I will refer to some of those as well. But I tried to pick things that I did not see already. So the first one is to show a Jim Shore that when you received it, it was bigger or smaller than you expected. And for mine, I've got this adorable Jiminy Cricket. First of all, he is, for the size he is so incredibly detailed and so incredibly perfect. Like the face on him is exactly what I would have expected. But he's so tiny. Like, here is, just in comparison, here is a personality pose, which is, one of the Jim Shores that are on the smaller side, as opposed to him. Which, I'm not complaining about the size. I just thought he'd be a little bit bigger. But I absolutely think he's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I just thought he would be a little bit bigger. But to pack that much detail into this little guy, I mean, the umbrella, his, if you can see his vest right here, his cute little shoes, he's sitting on top of a book, he's sitting on top of a matchbox, sorry about that, a little matchbox. You can see the back where his tails are for his tuxedo shirt or jacket. Love that. He's so cute. So that's who I picked. Number 2 prompt was to show a Jim Shore that showcased a sidekick in the best possible way. So this is one of the categories that I actually had a different one in mind, but was already shown because it is one of my absolutely favorite Jim Shores. I love the White Woodland, Jasmine, and Raja. Raja is probably one of my favorites. My Tigger, of course, is my absolute, but he is a very, very close second to Tigger because he is also a tiger. So that was one of the things that I loved most about him. But I'm going to show one, and I do have a second one that I actually thought of, but you'll see it in an upcoming video because I just received it in a swap. So I thought, no, I'll wait and not do that one. But I chose this one. It is a White Woodland. It is the Alice in Wonderland White Woodland. And I chose it because first off, you don't see a lot of Dinah. And I absolutely love the way that Dinah is looking up at Alice, looking at her like, what's our next adventure? And so there is Dinah and Alice together. And then, of course, here is the rabbit in Cheshire down below. But I just thought this was so adorable, and I wanted to do something a little more different than what I had seen already. So, this one actually, I was kind of torn because I actually wanted to use it for another category, and I'll tell you which one at the end. But yeah, it's the best sidekick one that I hadn't already seen. So the third prompt was a cute Jim Shore. Show a Jim Shore that was cute, Butterface. So I was looking through the gym shorts that I actually have, and I really was having a hard time finding one, especially like the princesses or humans or whatever that were on the gym shorts that I currently have, that had really kind of a Butterface like problem. But I found this guy, and like you probably just saw him, but I'm looking at this face and it's a little on the creepy side. Like, I don't know if it's the eyes or if it's the expression. I mean, that's his classic Cheshire cat expression, but I don't know, the eyes just seem dead to me. Like, they really don't have any life to them at all. It kind of looks like, it reminds me of that scene in Alice in Wonderland where he is doing his like whole hypnotized kind of like eyeballs, without it getting all squirrely and weird. But so this is the Butterface one that I wanted to point out. And if you look at Cheshire on here, it looks more, I think, it looks more alive. He's just kind of looking up at her. He's got that cheesy grin on his face. I just think he kind of did a much better job on that face than this one itself. And I definitely want to hear what you guys think too. The next one is Show a Gym Shore that is 10%, or 10 times, not 10%, 10 times better in person than it was in the pictures online. And this one, it was like my grail for the longest time. I can't actually believe sometimes that I'm actually holding this. I received it in a box, and it is perfection. And it is the group hug with Genie, Sultan, Jasmine, Aladdin, and Carpet. And I absolutely adore this gym shore. I love the color scheme on the bottom. It's so perfect. All of them together, the group hug, the massive size of his arms, the shoulders are just like, who better to have as the group hug person? And then their faces are just absolutely perfect. Everything about this is perfect. It is so beautiful in person. The color scheme is amazing. He did such a great job with the colors on here. I just, and this is like the aesthetic that I actually gravitate to. I love the jewel tone kind of combinations of the real deep purples, deep blues, that kind of stuff. And this is the perfect mixture of that. And then, last but certainly not least, was Show a Gym Shore that you love, but you would actually change something about. And I actually had something else for this as well, but it has been showcased or talked about on several different occasions. So I have also the massive vampire Mickey, and I absolutely adore him, although I'm having a little bit of a problem finding a place to store him. So he doesn't fit in any of my cubbies. He's just kind of hanging out on my desk, but I did choose this one, and this one only, there's like one thing that I would have changed on it. It is a Halloween gym shore. It is the Evil Queen, and her face again, perfect. But the only thing that I would change about this one is I would love her to actually be holding the apple, the poison apple. And even if they did the apple with the eyes and the, like the drips coming down would be perfect. Not just an apple, but like the poison apple look, I think would be really, really, really like more appropriate. The pumpkin, fine, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just I would have preferred to see the apple instead. But here is her in all of her glory. Love that. Love her. So this tag was quite a challenge. It was wonderful to have something that actually stimulated my mind creatively to like really kind of reach out of the box, if you will. So thank you, both of you, for for making this a little more than just a, what's your favorite? What's your first? What's your, I really appreciate that. The people that I want to tag is Susan from Twinkling Beauty and Val from Singer Family Adventure. I challenge you to find a couple of Jim Shores that are out of the box, like some of us are really trying to do, to see more. And I really want to see, like, what, I want you to comment below what you would do to one of your Jim Shores that would be different and why. The Sidekick ones, we all probably have one or two of those. But I really want to know, what Jim Shore would you change and why? The Alice, this actually may have fallen into a couple of categories. I almost picked her for the last category, and I'll show you why real quick. So bonus. This Alice, when I first saw her, she has this one little foot that's coming out. Just this one. Her foot, her leg is like tucked underneath her dress, and that's fine. But when I first saw it, I thought she had a missing leg right here. Like, it kind of looks like it should be, kind of like sitting out here. Although you can tell, kind of, that her leg is kind of tucked up underneath her dress. What I would have preferred to see, maybe to kind of like show that a little better, is maybe just a little bit of her shoe or the bottom of her shirt peeking out underneath here. It's got that ridge right there, so it could absolutely, be shown to show that it is tucked up underneath her dress. But when I kind of expected it to come straight out, and I thought that it was missing. I actually checked the box to see whether or not that it was in there, so I could glue it back on. But this would have been one for that category as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I really had a lot of fun with this. I'm tagging again Val from Singer Family Adventure and Susan from Twinkling Beauty. I can't wait to see everyone else's videos, and please tag me so I can also watch yours if you do this tag. Have a good day.